Hi guys. Yes, I am staying clothed for the whole video, so if that's what you're here for, not my problem. So, anyway, hi. Don't mind my messy room. It's just gonna be like that, but I wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to talk about stuff I don't know about. Well, right now I'm eating a chicken burrito bowl. So, yeah. But I kind of want to talk about how I'm working on like learning my songs, and well, I just got out of the shower, so you can tell my hair's wet, but like pretty much I'm like working on learning my songs, and I'm working on like ways to perform them, but it's not really just like making up a dance for it and like performing it. I'm working on a lot of sort of like my like reason for being there. Like, why do I want to be famous as like a songwriter or a singer or anything, right? Or a YouTuber, for example. Like, why me? Why do I want to do that? It's you kind of work on, here's what I do know, or what I feel like I do know, where I'm at. It feels like I'm working, it feels like a person works on their personal reason for being there at the same time they work on their audience's sort of like reason why they would care. And it's not like, oh, they have like a convincing backstory. Like, that doesn't sort of change who shows up for you. And it isn't just, oh, you put ads on your video, which, I mean, I think that helps with like reaching more people. But if you show up and you're not like confident in it, and it isn't just like, oh, were you rehearsed? Like, I have nothing to rehearse. I can learn the lyrics to the song, but I'm like creating the part that kind of doesn't make sense to me as I'm working on it. So, I have a lot to figure out. It's kind of like no one can do it for you. And it's like in the middle of the performance, you have to know like why you're there, but it isn't gonna be some like catchphrase of like, oh yeah, that's why I'm there, or whatever. Like it's like weird. It's weirdly like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words because I don't know yet. I don't know. The same way, you know, it's easy to record a YouTube video if you know you're gonna look perfect in the whole video, but the second you don't, every second of the video that you're working on it, you have to think about, why am I really doing this? Why am I here? Why am I showing up for myself? And so it's sort of like actively teaching myself why it matters and why I would show up for myself in any way, shape, or form, regardless of how embarrassing it is, while at the same time creating the method of showing up for myself in a way that for me doesn't exist, because it isn't like there's somebody here who's like, oh, like, here's the dance you're gonna do for this, like, or whatever. Or, you know, there's not even like little like voice in my brain that's like, oh, we know like the lyrics to this song. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not there yet. So do I believe I have the potential to ever get there? Is sort of the thing that a person has to get comfortable not shying away from saying about themselves if they're not sure about that, because people sort of think, oh, you have to like sort of manifest it by only saying like the right affirmations about yourself, which is kind of stupid, because you have to be able to be honest to like confront the actual reality of the moment and be like, no, this is the method of teaching myself, the method of becoming good at what I'm doing, to the point where I would be willing to show up for myself. Maybe that exists for other people. And I think that's all, and not for me at the moment, which is why I'm building that. But I think also shifting some of that mentally, like, of course, there's people who have worked on this more. But that doesn't have anything to do with why I'm showing up for myself. You know, those people have nothing to do with why I'm showing up for myself, actually. I'm the only thing that has anything to do with why I'm showing up for myself. Right? Okay, I wasn't perfect in this moment. That actually has so much to do with why I'm showing up for myself, regardless. Oh, that other person would be better at this? That has nothing to do with the reason why I'm showing up for myself. So, sort of the mental reframing of that. You know, my current level where I'm at, does that really have something to do with why I'm showing up for myself? No, independently, no, it doesn't, because I would need to be showing up for myself to this degree either way. Or to an even higher degree, but I'm doing all I can now, you know? Yeah. Regardless of, like, anything situational, regardless of, like, how I feel like I look that day, regardless of how I feel like my voice is that day, regardless of how much I feel like I've practiced this, regardless of how pointless and impossible it feels to, like, improve my memory in some way, or my, like, abilities in some way, right? In any way. It's like, that doesn't, you know, none of the blocks are the reason why I'm showing up for myself, but, like, they don't get in the way. I mean, they kind of are. It's like practicing through it, and it's like, you know what level you're at, but yeah. You also can't, like, you have to be a little bit hard on yourself. You can't think you're better at it than you are. But while you're not stupid, you have to be willing to equally show up for yourself at any level and keep that vulnerability at any level. There's more types of talent. It isn't just, oh, they're good at, like, singing, or they're good at running, or they're good at performing. It's like, I don't know, it's a giant, like, part of the talent that you show up for yourself, regardless of whether you're good or bad that day at it. Which is the part that feels impossible a lot of the time, right? But, yeah. I just have a lot to work on. And yeah, most of what I have to work on seems to be the impossible part. Most of it seems to be the impossible part. And the embarrassing and the awkward part, right? It's not gonna stop me. If there's people laughing, actually, that should be what powers somebody to go further, because somebody laughing, well, that person's having a good time. You know, whether you're the reason because they think you're awful and you should die, well, guess what? You still made their day. They got to think about something and they got to laugh about it. They got to talk to somebody about it. Maybe that was what they needed. Even if it just ends in, like, they think you should die. They think you don't matter. Like, then you kind of get to be the one who thinks you matter. You kind of get to be the cool person. For how much you care about yourself, it isn't about the other people. Finding the reasons you're cool to yourself. When, or because of, or whatever, other people thinking you're awful or ridiculous or whatever. Like, what's weird about that? Hey, if it's weird, add me to the list, you know? Like, it doesn't really, like, because not everybody has to work through that. Only the people who choose themselves to work through that work through it. And again, it doesn't matter if, you know, you think of somebody else who could replace you because, like, they matter more for some reason. That's not really a part of whether or not you're gonna show up for yourself today. Are you still gonna, like, it's not, just because you're blue and someone else is red doesn't mean you don't show up for yourself today. Just because red is so good at what they do and you're blue and you're like, I don't know if I can do this, you're still gonna show up for yourself today. We still need you for some reason, even if you haven't figured out why yet. So, yeah. It still matters for some reason. Showing up for yourself, even if you can't find out why, a very real thing to want to do. So, yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. That's it, I guess. I don't know what I want to say, but I love you. Bye.